What's up, everybody? Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Charlamagne Tha God absolutely crumbles on national TV to a basic pushback by Bill Maher. Let's get it.
You don't think it's a problem that this young woman, there's so many examples where, I mean, Black people are very marketable.
Well, ask yourself
and
this.
She seems to have been indoctrinated into this. They don't see it as marketable, so it doesn't matter how hard I work.
Well,
I don't think that's accurate or healthy. I mean, when people come into the league and they're like the biggest thing in college, isn't that a big deal?
No, because Asia Wilson was the biggest thing when she came out of South Carolina. That's where I'm from. So she was one of the biggest things when she came out of South Carolina, #1 draft pick. And she didn't get all of that. So what do you attribute that to?
I mean, you're saying that's racism.
No, I'm not saying it's racist. I'm just saying that I think Asia Wilson has a point. And I think sometimes when, Black women say certain things, we should listen, especially her, because I'm not in her shoes.
I don't know. But why was Serena Williams such a big star? Because people like that. They didn't not watch her because she was Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we with this?
I don't know. I'm just sitting back observing the conversation, but I do think
you're in the conversation. What do you mean?
I'm not a woman.
You're in this conversation.
I was bullied, but so that's in the book. That's not, we go into that a little bit in the arena, but yeah, I was, and things that I had to go through now, people will be canceled for saying back then.
So when you see like a Caitlin Clark, what advice would you have maybe for her?
I just love that she tries to stay grounded, and she says she doesn't. What did she say? She doesn't have a social. She doesn't look at her social, and I get it. I don't either, and I think it's so important to continue to do what she's doing, and no matter what other people do, then if people are negative, it's because they can't do what you do, basically, and hopefully she'll continue to do what she's doing.
What's up, everybody? Watching On Air with Nick Driver, the Nick Driver podcast. Oh, man, we're getting into it, man. We're getting into it. It keeps getting thicker. It keeps getting thicker, guys. Charlamagne Tha God was on Bill Maher. Bill Maher asked him a very basic question. You guys saw the clip earlier. So we have another WNBA player, not quite a star, not a superstar like Caitlin Clark, but we can call her a star in her own right, definitely within the field of WNBA players. Asia Wilson made a comment about a month ago regarding Caitlin Clark saying, accusations of favoritism towards her because she's white. Let's get into it. So, everybody who doesn't know, Caitlin Clark is a WNBA superstar. She is absolutely changing the league. Now, how the league decides to deal with this is going to be on them. I've been saying since day one, if you guys can just ride with this golden goose, you'll get deals too. You'll have some deals too. This is a video where Caitlin Clark benefits Asia Wilson, and we'll talk about how here. But about a month ago, Asia Wilson says the following. I think it's a huge thing that a lot of people may say it's not about black and white, but to me it is. Asia Wilson told the Associated Press over the weekend. It really is, because you can be top-notch at what you are as a black woman, but yet maybe that's something that people don't want to see. They don't see it as marketable. So it doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter what we do as black women. We're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, but it is. All right. Now that's Asia Wilson's take. The reason I played that Serena Williams in the beginning is because Serena Williams is a black woman that everybody that was white, black, purple, green, orange loved, still love to this day. We all love Serena Williams. She was doing things that other people could not do. Okay? Caitlin Clark is walking across the half court line and pulling her three-pointers and hitting them. Asia Wilson is not doing that. Now, she has the good game too. I actually watched a few of her games because of Caitlin Clark. Didn't know who Asia Wilson was. I think she's a good player. Now, here's the thing. I can't argue what Asia Wilson feels. can't do that because I can't tell you what anybody feels. But I can say this. We have some news here that happened around May. And I've been saying it over and over and over. If the WNBA players can ride with Caitlin Clark, you're going to get your own shoe deals. You're going to get your own clothing deals. You're going to get your own, all of your own stuff. Your own lip glosses, hair products, skin products, anything that could be marketable to the actual player. So here we go, guys. I found this article here. So here we go, guys. As we can see here, as of May 13th, 2024, two-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson is getting a Nike signature shoe deal. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling you. Use this to benefit yourself. There's more eyes on you guys. There's no use in hating. No use in hating. The deal was announced Saturday as a two-time defending champion Las Vegas Aces prepared to play a preseason exhibition against Puerto Rican national team at South Carolina, where Wilson starred for the Gamecocks during her college career. Congratulations, A'ja Wilson. But see, hating on Caitlin Clark didn't get you a deal. What really got you a deal was Caitlin Clark's status. The status that she's just beyond measure right now. There's more people watching Caitlin Clark than the NBA finals. People watched the NBA finals, but it was pretty low when it came to ratings. Like I've been saying, everything is not about race to A'ja Wilson, I will say this. And also to Charlamagne. There's nothing wrong with you having your own takes on things. That's fine. That's great. But there was something in that article that kind of rubbed me the wrong way regarding what she said. It doesn't matter what she does as a black woman, that people don't see that as marketable. Well, that's not true. What people don't like as marketable is when people try to shove ideas and politics and all these different things down people's necks. What we can do as Americans, sometimes you'll live in a bubble, and your bubble is really just you and a few people around you, and it's not the mass amount of people. Something to think about for A'ja Wilson would be this. How could you be more marketable? I don't know. Maybe talk to other people, figure out what other people like, give people what they want, as opposed to pushing a narrative, a race narrative, this constant back and forth of bickering. Quote unquote, Caitlin Clark's only getting this because she's white. That's not true. This reminds me of the moment Eminem came out in the 90s. He sold the most albums out of every hip hop star. People still don't acknowledge him as the GOAT. Now, whether you do or not, that's up to you. That's not what this conversation is about. What this conversation is about is this. A'ja Wilson, as much as she complained, the real reason she got that shoe deal, it's probably multi-million-dollar if it's with Nike, is because of the golden goose, Caitlin Clark. We all love Serena Williams because she was doing things that we had not seen before. Not everybody is a massive superstar. You can be great at what you do, but if you don't have the X factor, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of great players in the world. There's a lot of great musicians in the world. There's musicians that's way better than really popular musicians. But there's something about the musicians that get super popular that the average person can relate to. You can think you're better than somebody. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this. What does the public think? There's a factor there. You're giving the people what they want. You're giving the people what they want, as opposed to forcing your beliefs and your system on people. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if you'll see this, but I hope you guys have a blessed day. You take care. You watch your own Nick Driver podcast. You guys be safe. Congratulations to Asia Wilson on her shoe deal. And I hope maybe she can give Caitlin Clark a call and say, hey, thank you. Without you coming into the league and really blowing it up in the stratosphere, you know, I would have never had this opportunity, instead of looking at it as a race here. Guys, take care. Be safe. One love. You watch it on Nick Driver.